Hi, I'm Lee Ramsey from Summit Motorhomes and Storm Poptops in Bristol. Just going to do a demonstration video on one of our typical campers. So basically I'll start from the outside and I'll show you how to do the 240 electric hookup. So basically under our bonnets is where you'll find most of our hookup systems. I find it a better place to put it because it saves water ingression and any other external damage. So to plug it in, it's a simple procedure. Just that's plugged in now. While we're under the bonnet, this is the main line for your battery to battery charger. So if for some reason it's not working initially, there's a fuse there, an inline fuse there, and there's another one towards the rear of the vehicle where the other battery is. So anyway, so also outside of the vehicle we have a underslung gas tank and barbecue point. So if you ever wanted to fill up the gas tank, also got an external shower point. This will only work on, this is a hot and cold point, but obviously we're only working on a cold system in these vans. Plug it in, it's literally turn on. Obviously the pump switch needs to be engaged, which is on the control panel. Turn it over onto there, so you can see that it's on the cold point, and then decent for washing your feet off or washing any bits and pieces off that you don't want to be doing inside the van. Take it out, it's exactly the same opposite procedure. You will, sometimes a little bit of water will come out, but you just got to wipe it out. The filling points to get LPG gas for this underslung gas tank can be found online. You've also got an external barbecue point here. This will be, we're going to be hiring out barbecues, so this will be sort of like easily to just plug in and use like this. And there's a cap underneath it there. Okay, over to the underslung water tank. This is a filling point that we use here. They can be used with a typical hose lock filling point here. Easy as that. And if you're ever filling or emptying the tank, you just got to put the directional tap in there, and that way, as soon as you stop filling, just turn the tap off, take the hose point off, and that's done. The internal water tank holds about 75 litres, so what I would suggest, if you are going to a campsite, it'd probably be best to fill it up when you get there, as it is equivalent of 75 kilos in weight. But if you are going off grid, then by all means fill it up before. So internally, this is one of our typical conversions. I will just start by lifting the pop top and showing you how to do the pop top first. All our Storm pop tops are strapped down. And one thing I will say, whilst opening one of our pop tops, you need to have an external door open, like one of the side doors or a sliding door, as it creates a vacuum, it won't open. So, and then that's our bed boards going up there. So from the outside you can see this. Okay. Right, so internally, this is basically pretty much the same system that we use in all our vans. It's a PC210 kit. To power it on, you hold that button down, wait for it to configure out, and then for 12 volt, it's the top right hand button. That will supply the whole van with 12 volt. So on the left hand side you've got a battery level indicator, and underneath that you've got a water level indicator. So this will give you the reading of what's how much water's in the onboard tank, and obviously this will give you a reading of what the battery's at, whether it's being charged by solar or you're driving or under 240 hookup. So at the moment that is under 240 hookup, and you can see it's at 14 volts. Also underneath here you've got your consumer units. You've got on the right, you've got the 240 consumer unit with your trip buttons. In the middle is your battery charger, and you can see that there's a light on, so that means that the actual battery is charging. Okay. On the right hand side here, you've got a awning light, which is not used on this camper, it's only used for the bigger vans. But there you've got a pump. So you've got like a pressurized water system on these vans. And whilst you want to use the sink, you have to keep that button needs to be switched on. There you go. You've also got an external shower point, which I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, so if you want to use everything in the van, that 12-volt system needs to be on. If you're not using the pump, I would suggest you turn that off. There's no need to have it on all the time. Underneath there, you've got a twin USB point. This is your switch for your mood lighting, so this will turn this light on and the rear locker light on. And on top of that, we've got a control panel for your underslung gas tank that I was telling you about earlier on, so quite easy to switch on. And if you go on here, I'll show you. Now that that's on, you can work both your hobs. It's a Piazza ignition, so there you go. These will only work as long as that gas tank is on. Okay, they will not work when they're switched off. If you want to use we've got a Propex heater, gas heater, to work alongside the gas tank. This will only work if that gas tank's on. If you switch this on first and then turn this heater on there, that's your temperature in your van. And as you can hear, it's just priming now. It'll take a few seconds to light, but to control the heat, because this has got a thermostat, a built-in thermostat on it, it's literally just depressing these buttons up and down. So say you want it at 28 degrees, that'll sit at that, and it will carry on heating the van until it's at that temperature. Just turn it down, it's the same procedure. Usually a decent temperature in these vans is about 22 degrees. Obviously that's down to yourself. As you can see, that's lighting now. I'll come back to that, I'll let it heat up, I'll come back to that. Got quite a lot of storage in these vans. Typical cutlery drawer with a chopping board. We will be filling it, this is our hire van, so we'll be filling this with cutlery and pots and pans and stuff. We've got a 12-volt compressor fridge. Easy to turn on. Literally got a button there on the left. And then you've got a temperature gauge there, so that's at your lowest temperature. You can slowly put it up to top temperature. You've got a freezer box, plenty of drawers. Good. What I will say, if anyone is ever hiring this vehicle, or you actually own one of our camper vans that we've converted, or you have had a conversion by us, the best thing to use these fridges is if you're going away for a weekend or a little holiday or a day trip, whatever, the day before I would plug it in to 240 hookup, put the fridge on full power, and also whilst you're driving, because the split charge system is charging your battery, you can still have it on full power, but the minute you've stopped I would turn it down to the lowest temperature, and the 160 watt solar panel that we've fit on these vans will keep it at a decent temperature, as long as you are conservative with all the other power that you're using. So yeah, if you ever, obviously when you come back for a trip and you want to air the fridge, you can leave it on there and it'll air it. You've got a nice sort of gap in there, so it'll air it, save it smelling. Same procedure to turn it off. Just literally hold the button down and turn off. Loads more storage in here as well. Plenty of storage. So now that's running out of good decent heat. So to turn that heater off, it's just pretty much the same procedure. Just press that button once, and that's gone off. You will hear the fan cooling the heater down, so I would suggest that you leave it until that switches off, until you turn the gas off. If you ever try to turn the heater off but you turn the gas off first, that will go into fault mode. You've got it's quite easy procedure to reset it. You've got a very small hole there that you can use a paper clip for, and the procedure is you hold it in for 1 second and let it out for 1 second, then hold it in for 1 second whilst it's switched off, and that will reset it. Any other problems, just look at the instruction manuals. So like I say, that's cooling down now, so I will turn that off as soon as it's cooled down. Like I said, you've got 3 consumer units in there. You've got a 240 hookup consumer unit. They've got trip switches there for all your plugs. You've got a battery charger there, and like I said, as soon as that green light's on, sometimes there's a red light, that means that your battery is charging. and there on the left hand side you've got your 12 volt distribution box as well. So any fuses that go, that's where to look. Timber doors, got plenty of storage up there. More storage up here as well. Yeah. Van shades blinds all around. There is a technique to use these blinds. They have got like a sort of a gridded thumbprint there, and what I try and do is put my thumb in there and my forefinger up there, and that quite easily lifts it up. If you try and do that, it's not going to go anywhere. If you try and lift it out like that, it's not going to do it. So you literally need to get your thumb in there, back and forth. And it's the same with these as well. They're all the same. Quite easy to use. Both sides, mainly our conversions have sliding windows. It's literally depress the button. Both sides. Just press it. You've got a one lock there. You've got a full lock there. Same this side as well. First lock. Second lock. Going on to the Storm pop top, you've also, while we're up here, you've also got a map light. That's got two settings, got brighter. You've also got two USBs on there as well. You'll be able to charge your phones or anything if you're up in the roof. These straps need to be fitted, the front ones and the back ones, because basically when you're pulling the roof down, same procedure again, you always have to have a window open or a door open, because it creates a vacuum and it'll end up, if you keep it shut, it'll end up pushing the hinges out, pushing the canvas into the hinges and splitting the canvas. Windows, these are two netted windows. What I tend to do, roll them nice and neatly. Simple as that. So you've got quite a lot of airflow going through. Same with this side if you want it. Same procedure. Quite easy. Same with the front window as well. Front window though is a completely opening window, so it's not vented, so you can actually have it completely open, letting a lot of air in. Quite easy to put them back up. Okay, so collapsing the roof is just literally the reverse of the of opening the roof. So what I tend to do, everyone does it differently, but what I do, I pull this bedboard down, I grab the handles. Do you want to film it a bit? Yeah. So I grab the handles, I let the roof rest on the top of my head, and then I pull these canvases in. Not too hard, but I just pull them in away from the. So the roof is not actually even resting on my head, it's just balancing there. So I pull them in away from the hinges. So it's just bolts and braces just to make sure that I haven't got anything jammed in the hinges. I then turn round, pull this canvas in, obviously turn the map light off, pull the canvas in, and pull that roof down like that. Easy as that. As you can see on the outside, no canvas out. And then on the inside, just wrap all the canvas in as neat as possible. Nice and neat. Same procedure with the straps. It's just in reverse of when you're opening the roof up, basically. I'll just do the one to show you how to do it. Sometimes it's easier to do this from the driver's seat because you get more leverage of it. Collapse it down, but then it's all down to personal. What I usually do is just pull that handle down. That's down. That's solid. Ain't going nowhere. So I'll show you around the front of it how it should be. If that can't move, if that can't move any more than that, that roof isn't going nowhere. It's fine. So on this particular van, you've got two swivel seats. So what I'll do, basically, if you want to swivel the seat, you've got front lever on the front. So I'll bring it forward a slight bit. Pull the seat forward. Got a lever, push it down. Make sure that the seat's right up as well. That will turn round. Seat back. These ones don't lift. They're not. They're rib swivel brackets, but factory ones are a bit more. They do lock in space, but these ones don't. But that's the general way to swivel a seat anyway. It's pretty much the same procedure. And so to do it in reverse, what I do is pull the seat forward again. That'll lock in. Seat back. And you kind of seat back to where it was. The driver's side, if you're going to do the driver's side, I would suggest you do the driver's side first, but you do need to put the handbrake down, so I would say make sure you're not on a hill and put it in gear and drop the handbrake, and then do the same procedure with that one. But always, if you're going to do them both, do that one first and then this one second. Right, okay, so you've got three pin plugs here. Like I said, these will only work if you're only plugged into the electric. We haven't got inverters on these vans, so they'll only work as long as you're plugged into short power. You've also got another WSB. Sometimes we put a WSB in there, a cigarette lighter in that one, because some people like using TVs. Right, so I'll show you how to use a rib bed. We use these in all of our conversions. I pretty much think they're one of the best beds you can get. So it's basically, there's a lever here on the right hand side, just there. So you pull that up. That can go at any level you want it to go to. Obviously you want it as flat as possible to make it as comfortable as possible. Make sure it is locked in, because if you put your weight on there and it's not locked in, it will fly down and you will fall off it. That's our onboard water tank I was telling you about. That's the level indicator in there. These are baffled and we make those especially for these conversions. Great bit of kit. So to get the second cushion down, just pull that lever. So you literally just pull that lever up towards you and drop that down. And that fits in like that. So we go around to do the rear cushion. Same again. You can have it like that if you want it. You can have it any level you want, as long as you just pull that lever. There you go. Pretty simple. So to put it back again, back up there. This rear one is basically a point of getting your hands inside it, pushing it up, and there's this one over. Get it to the back at that point. I usually get my hand in there so it doesn't come down on the seat belts, and the same with this side as well. There you go. If you're travelling, maybe put the seat belts in there, keeps them safe. It's done. What else have we got? Your light switch here, for your main switch is here, just inside on the B pillar. Like I said, this will only work if your 12 volt system's on though. Now that heater's all turned off and you want to isolate the gas, it's literally a point of just going, that's gone. So that's off now. So you're leaving the van, you want to turn everything off, there you go. You can keep the actual system on, but keep the battery charged, it's just on and off. You can still see that your battery's still got a good decent charge in it. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Thank you very much.